Okay,
All right.
there we are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. You did a good job setting it up.
Oh, okay, good. Says my speaker's not working properly, so I don't know what's going on with that, but we're
But
good.
I hear you really well. But that happened like so many shows before this. They've been having so much trouble with all kinds of things, and so well, I wouldn't be surprised. You
Yeah.
know.
Okay,
So
as long as you can hear me, that's all we all we care about. So,
yeah, yeah,
um, yeah. So it's great being talking to you again. It's been a couple of years now, and I
yes.
wanted to don't want to do the whole conversation on the Matrix, but I did want to bring something up.
Okay,
Um, I looked at your IMDb, and it gives you credit for The Matrix 4 as a writer. And
that's wild. What the games
yeah,
they? That's
I, I felt like that was the one that you had nothing to do with.
I did nothing to do with it. It was a real failure, and they did. I had a Disney contact call me and say, how fast could you write The Matrix? The next film. I said, a month. Take me a month. It's my work. And I don't know if they just maybe Wachowskis, maybe they didn't want their name on it. I don't know what's going on, but it's isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy the game they play?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely wild. I was just like, well, I know he was 1, 2, and and then the number 4, I was like, that I don't think he had anything to do with it, but
They stuck me in it. I'm told by many of the people inside and other people that have called in saying that, they mock you throughout the whole thing. They just mock you. It was a whole idea to cash in before I came forward with, documentary. So I guess they took their name off. They wanted their name off Assassins. Maybe they're just doing this too. Story
wow.
behind that too. But yeah, yeah. Isn't that wild?
Yep, yep. That was pretty crazy. Yep, you're listed right on IMDb. That's your first credit. So
It's like they're drip feeding the world to say, okay, we're gonna bring this guy back on. It's like the word I hear is they'll bring you back on. They're gonna bring you back on.
yeah,
And I've outlasted the offers I thought were not proper, like being a
okay.
script doctor and getting paid but no name credit and ripping off other people's work as a script doctor. No. Mm-mm.
Huh. Wow, that's just crazy. So
It is. But yeah, I got a lot of new material for you, but go ahead.
oh
Yeah.
no, I just let's get started. What you've been up to since we last talked? It's been a couple of years. What's been going on in your life?
Oh, we got out of Pennsylvania, my son and I,
Okay.
and they actually sent the SWAT team and the psych people when we left. They were
Okay.
so set on pulling us into away and having the work. And they were tagging, he thinks he wrote The Matrix. I'm like, I have the copyright. What are you talking about? They don't have a copyright. Why aren't the Wachowskis being pulled out? So they chased us down with child services, everything when we came down to Texas. So we got
Okay.
out of there because we knew they were planning another one because the sister was leaking it, that they were going to do another one. And Sophia Stewart sent a message saying the doctor's going to get you. I'm like, okay, great. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania was just a nest of corruption. So we're out of there. We're out of there. And Texas, God bless it.
Yeah. Yeah. Texas seems like the place to be. All the corruption that's going on in Arizona right now. I thought it was safe here, but it's starting to look bad with this election stuff. That
Yep.
just it's crazy. We were always traditionally a red state, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, this year they with the Carrie Lake stuff, and they stole the election from her, and they're giving her a hard
Mm-hmm.
time. She's still trying to fight in court, and you
Well,
know,
I'll tell you, Joe. Yeah, Arizona's running right up there with Pennsylvania because
yeah,
I've had a lot of contacts from Arizona now and a lot of game playing. And I'm just like, I'm not playing game anymore. A little bit of the Godfather in me now, not playing it. Keep my
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. No, Texas seems like the place to be still. So
absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So
absolutely. But
yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah. Go ahead.
yep. So in the last couple of years, I don't know if I was doing it yet. I'm now a Medicare broker, so I'm doing that full time,
Nice.
and yep, and that's been pretty good for me. You know, Vanessa's still doing her real estate thing, so it's been pretty good over here too. So
Good, good, good.
yeah,
Yeah, because for me, they just shoot down anything I get. It's like the calls come in, don't use this guy, he's dangerous, crazy. I'm like, really?
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
Aiden told me some stuff too. Aiden told me some stuff that he had gone through in Canada and was like, oh my God. So now I'm a different kind of dad. I'm like, I'm not going to put up with this anymore.
right,
So I'm hammering away, hammering away, hammering away. And yeah, now I'm playing the chess game. I'm definitely moving pieces and playing the chess game.
yeah, smart. You in your position, you kind of have to.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the nice part about being relatively unknown still for me. I just
well, yeah, yeah,
kind of
but
live my life.
yeah, but there's definitely a plus sign to getting out there and getting the spotlight. You can
Yeah.
do a lot of stuff, and what you're doing right now is such a help too. But I do want to hold you up, hold something up for you, not hold you up. Talking like the Godfather again there. This screenplay right here, hmm that's the pristine version since last we talked.
Okay.
The Copyright Office was not going to give it to me. They were
Huh.
not going to give it to me. I paid for it, the certified kind with the gold seal and everything.
Oh yeah.
And Sophia Stewart and them are saying it's a forgery, forgery. That's not a forgery.
Yeah.
And there's a 1998 version used on set. And so I got this after the Copyright Office. I paid for it, and they said they're not going to give it to me after I paid for it.
Oh
So this
no.
lady here, look at the name. I love it. It's like Lord of the Rings. Angela Hightower is the lady that made this happen. She made it happen within like a week and a half, where the Copyright Office was stalling me for 2 years. So here it is, the pristine version with everything, Jackson neck, everything in it, proof, 1998 version
Okay.
before used on set. So there it is.
So
So
that's
thanks.
that's
Yeah.
Matrix 1.
Matrix 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, is it? Okay, all of them. Okay.
Yeah, they used it throughout.
Okay.
And the point you're raising, I actually resubmitted in 2001, and they used that. That's why they rushed ahead for 2 and 3 at the same time, right after that in 2003, and Animatrix 2 to use up the rest of the story, as they said. So
Okay.
this is going to happen. It's all going to happen. It's just like we know that, and we got the confidence about it. I've got the other side coming through now, and other people saying, you're what do they use? Fierce. You're fierce now. I'm like, yeah, okay, that'll work.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They understand that language. Yeah.
So how old is your son now, the one that's with you?
16. So Aiden is
16.
16, my last surviving son. He is high honors.
Okay.
Got PALS. He just stepped it up out of everything. And like he was set back a year basically with no education when he was with a honeypot wife. She was shooting him down. And when I got to take care of what's going on and she was out of the picture, he advanced a grade. So now he's the youngest in his class,
Okay.
basically. Yeah,
Okay.
September entry, September birthday, and he's in there. And but we're finding a lot of stuff out. I mean, he's still playing soccer, piano, all that stuff, and definitely my cheerleader and
Okay.
support inspiration. But they put his name into the Star Trek series, which is Universal Studios. They got the work right off along with Disney, right?
Okay.
Pat Robertson's group. They sent it right to them. People in the story department were working at Robertson's organization, were brought in there, and they talked me into putting my material through, and that was back in '93. So what you have is that's where Mike Lang and Harvey Weinstein appear. At that point, their job is to steal work. Specifically, mine was what they were saying. That's
Yeah.
why the wife was provided by Mike Lang, Disney, criminal,
Okay.
and everything. And what's interesting is they did a thing, Into the Darkness or something, Star Trek. And it's the one I'm thinking of, they named the character, get this, Nebuzar or something, Edison. It comes out to or not Naltazar. Comes out to Althouse Aiden's son.
Oh wow.
Althouse Aiden's son. They crafted the name to do that, just like they put my name in the Matrix,
Yeah.
right? They spell Aiden's name across. So they're really big on Aiden all of a sudden, because
Okay.
he's the last surviving son. So he's showing up in all kinds of things now, all kinds of work, just like they did Sean in The Good Place. Shawn Michael, my son Shawn Michael was killed. They put, like I said, The Good Place. They have Shawn Michael as in charge of The Good Place, Sean and Michael, and they have October 14th, 1982 as the birthday of the lead, talking to Michael and Sean. And that was Shawn Michael's birthday. My son's birthday, Shawn Michael, was October 14, 1982.
Oh jeez.
Can't make this up, Then we found this out in that. Remember that graphic I talked to you about that had my high school birthday, the first graphic they put in the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we had a discovery that the insider that told me about it, I'm looking for it right now. The insider that told me about that was at the, from the inside of the story department. He didn't know about this one element that was in there. And that's very interesting. That one element turns out to be my former fiance. So to rub salt in wound, they put Otika Ball's, I'm looking for it right now, Otika Ball's birthday as Neo's birthday. That's why they bumped mine up above it on the rap sheet. My high school, Central West High. So just walk through it real quick. I think this is interesting. So my diploma from my high school, Central West.
West.
Right?
Yep.
Neo's high school. my name, Tom, and here's my card from Robertson's organization, my ID card with a white tie, a white shirt, black tie, as Neo wears. They dressed him like me. My birthday's above it, and then you've got, of course, my dad's name, John, in there. And so we didn't know this, and they didn't tell me this, the insider, but Otika Ball, my fiance at the time when I submitted, her birthday was March 11th, right?
Okay.
So what do we have in the first graphic? First graphic in the Matrix, and of course this was in upside down. I don't expect you to be able to see this really clear, but I'll read it off. So in this thing the Wachowskis put, first scene they shot, first graphic they made, Smith turns it, no lines when he does it. The scene is just done to put this in there. No lines. Keanu Reeves doesn't know what to do without the direction. He's just looking around in the clip. No lines, no ambience, just the camera. And so in there you have, again, my birthday, my fiance's birthday at the time, March 11th as Neo's birthday, my high school, my dad's name, my marital status, capital city, which is what I have my main character who represents me, the Neo character, is in Washington, D.C., capital city.
Okay.
You got TA 40 in the column, 99, TA 40, 99, TA was 40, 40, 99. All this is in there, including 9/11 and Operation Woods. It's all there.
Yeah, I saw the 9/11 thing back.
Yeah.
And I was it was like such predictive programming, you know. It was so weird that they put 9/11 in the movie.
Right. And that's what Aiden was saying. You know, if you don't crumble, Dad, if you make it through and just stay strong and finish the job, as my dad said, finish the job, then it's all going to be coming out. There's no way to deny it. I mean, this is like broadcasted. I mean, you got it in the films. They can't edit it out.
Right.
All the people have. So I think we've got a situation where it'll all come out.
Yeah.
I mean, the author's birthday, the author's high school, the author's fiance's birthday. And incidentally, when Otika was pulled away, Senator David Bourne's niece, we have the senator's card to her and everything, how proud we are. When they pulled her away, that's when they gave the work to the Wachowskis. Not 93. They gave the work to them in 95, 96 when Otika had gone. When she was pulled away. That's what broke me. And that's when they gave the work to Wachowskis at that point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Not 93. Not 93. In fact, Joel Silver submitted in 1994, according to Teresa Wayne, head of the story department that replaced Diane Bellis, who I submitted to. Teresa Wayne testified under sworn oath in the Sophia Stewart case that Joel Silver submitted the work in 1994. Wachowskis are never mentioned.
Okay.
So he says he bought it with his spec money. Wachowskis are not even involved. So in 95, 96, they need a cover story why the Wachowskis are going to get it, you know? And so then they claim Joel Silver, no brain, no one's home. He goes, you know, just ego. He goes now and says, well, in 95, they showed me the work. Well, how did you submit the work alone in 94? You know? And there's no title to 1996. So yeah. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Coming and going. So all I had to do was stay alive, survive, and do what Aiden said.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's good to see. I saw you had dropped off Twitter for a couple of months, and I was like, oh no, did they get him?
They were trying. I was dancing.
Yeah.
And I realized too, Joe, that you can't be a nice guy. You know, even the mafia told me that back when I was with Otika Ball in Virginia Beach in Robertson's backyard. I had mafia representatives come up to me. One, his name was Jerry Ganazzo. Let's just say it. Why not? And he gave us a house to stay at, courtesy of the Italian mafia. Oh. And he said, you know, listen, the boys, and they're not usually called the boys. That was an interesting twist. Not usually called the boys. But he said, you know, they're willing to remove any certain individual. That's how you get engrossed in them and taken in them. Then your hands are dirty, right? Yeah. I said, I want to do this the right way. Although there could have been candidates, you know, Robinson's group. But I said, I want to do this right. And they said, you'll never succeed then. You'll never succeed if you're a nice guy. Okay. CIA told me that. So all these people told me that. So I think of myself now as a very sweet person who's not going to be a nice guy when it comes to
you definitely are a sweet person, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm putting the gloves on. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's amazing stuff. I'm glad we got recapped on all that. So yeah. So yeah. All the I don't know what else we need to bring up, but I just what are your thoughts on the Sound of Freedom movie? I know
I'll tell you honestly, I despise it.
Do you? Okay.
I do. Now I'll tell you why. That is a cleansing operation.
Okay.
Real quick. Angel Studios went bankrupt. They needed to make money. and a couple times maybe, and they needed to make money, so they teamed up with Warner Bros. Actually, when it comes down to it, and Netflix is controlled also with Warner Brothers. So Netflix and these guys, Amazon Prime, and also the government agencies. The government agencies decided just what I said, that they would say, oh, we rescue a kid here, maybe 10 or 12. I told people that we were going to do this. And so they come out with this deal with these Angel Studios, traders, where they make the public believe that the agents that are doing it, the agents are saving the kids. They are not saving the kids, and it's foreign countries that are doing this. No, it's America, England, Australia. It is our own countries with our own agencies running the show. And so you just cover articles and cover films.
Okay.
So I despise Sound of Freedom. It is going to mislead people. If you watch the trailer, you got as much information as you need. You don't need to see this goofy movie.
Okay.
And then people say, well, we need the word out there. Let's have studios that are good make the films that reveal. So they want to do what Wachowski said, use up the rest of the story. And then people go, I don't need to see it. I already saw Sound of Freedom. No, we need it done right, where the U.S. agencies are the bad guys and what they're actually doing is revealed and not a cover-up film.
Okay, I get you. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I also had the idea that it would lead people to be so scared of missing children that it would lead people to want to get the chip in their hands and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's be part of it too.
Yeah.
That would be part of it too, getting the bugging device. Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
So it's what gets me too, Joe, is when you watch the trailer, oh my God, I can spot shoveling quality brown material. You know, I can spot it, smell it, spot it. I can spot it a mile away. When you watch that director talk, oh my God, when he talks, all the makeup, all the grooming, all the stuff, and the way he talks too, it is not truthful speaking. He does not feel the way he's saying it. I know, I perform, I coach, I teach. I know how when people are giving you shovelfuls, and that guy's giving shovelfuls. Oh my God. Oh my God. Including the operative that it's based on. I mean, my God, do I know this? And I know that, like in A Few Good Men, Tom Cruise's character, the real life Few Good Men guy that gets Jack Nicholson to go off is a bad guy.
Right.
The real guy was hired by Roberts' organization
to
bring people down. So it's all flipped.
Yeah.
Red pills, blue pill made the red pill. It's all reversed. A lot of the children, everything's reversed. If the mass media is allowing these things to go forward, it's not good.
Yeah.
If the people are groomed and comfortable and happy, it's not good.
Yeah.
And I tuned in, I swallowed everything I could and took the nausea and watched the guy who's the agent, who's it's based on, talking. And oh my God, I'm in California. I'm going to rescue one kid. I came to an intersection, decided whether I go one way or the other. I decided suddenly this courage came over me and everything else. Yeah, you want to be famous. And I'm excited to save this kid, this one kid.
Yeah.
There are tons of kids in daycares that are not really daycares, where they're taught to be subservient. And they're brought around in limos, not in cages. So because the rich the elite want these, Clintons and others, want these groomed kids, polished kids. I know how the system works. I have plenty of contacts on the inside. And this man is telling you garbage.
Right.
Going to turn the corner and decide to do it. Courage just came over me. Watch the arrogance. Watch the me on the talk. And watch how polished everything is.
Okay.
That is your telltale sign. If there's arrogance, it's garbage. So I'm trying to teach people this.
Yeah. I know you've spoken out about Keanu Reeves, but I've also seen Jim Caviezel do a lot of the one eye sign and
Right.
you know, and
right.
And it's
Oh my God. I'm telling you. But it's all switching now. They're in tatters. I had a contact me today, and one of them, well, a couple different ones, but one contacted me today and said, you know, it looks like they're falling apart. Everyone's falling apart on their side. I'm like, yeah, they are. You know, the ship's going down, and hopefully this will it'll stay. Sound of Freedom, the cry or whatever, the cry that Sound of Freedom does is trying to save the pedophiles. It's trying to save Disney by blowing smoke and making you think that you've seen the story where it's foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
And what about this, where the CIA, that one excerpt, the CIA is going in the film, the guy says the CIA is saying basically that they can't go on foreign soil. What? What?
Yeah,
So they're going to assassinations and all this other stuff, but we can't go on foreign soil to rescue kids. We can do assassinations and disrupt governments and everything else like Ukraine, but we can't rescue the kids. No, we don't break that rule. We don't break the rule.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're giving us a comedy fest.
Yeah, it is pretty ridiculous when you lay it out like that.
Yeah. So I'm dedicated to saving the kids through art with the right people. And that's what I'm looking for, is the right people. And you
think it was kind of a psyop that Disney wasn't going to release it, and then 5 years later, Angel releases it, but so it makes Disney look like the bad guy.
And that's so important. Disney holds things back until they find the right people tactically to give it through. Oblivion. Okay. Oblivion was given to Joel Silver after My Situation was thrown, with a guy with a suspended license and everything, and made sure the case was thrown. Like, one of the things he did was, the last thing he did one of the things he did when he was fired, half hour later, allows them to proceed to summary judgment without objection. Case is done. Okay. After you're fired. What? Yeah, I got the emails and everything. So they held on, Disney held on to Oblivion for Joel Silver. They held on to it. He's the only candidate that got it. They are time releasing what they want on strategic plans. Mel Gibson talking about the Christ thing while they're doing the same time they're doing the Cry of Freedom is a calculated move by somebody who also did rip off from the inside, Mel Gibson. They're all working together where they think the public will believe these characters. Okay. Keep in mind, we discovered this too, Joe. Tom Hanks is listed on my copyright title, The Immortals, as being commissioned by Warner Brothers to write it with Disney. Okay. He doesn't write films, does he? No. But he's on there. It says Tom Hanks commissioned by Warner Brothers to write The Immortals. What else? We just found a sheet from Larry Wachowski online that says Tom Hanks is Larry's best friend.
Oh, wow.
And Tom Hanks was supposed to mentor me in Hollywood when I was there doing Wilger Theatricum, Botanicum, Ellen Gear's place. I was told Tom Hanks would be mentoring me. Tom Hanks, best friend with Larry, who just ripped me off at that very time.
Wow.
So yeah, see how that's all coming together?
Yeah.
It is a small world after all, and Disney doesn't own it anymore.
No. Yeah. But they know how to work it, apparently. So
they're losing their grip.
Yeah,
they are losing their grip.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm getting Disney contacts calling me all the time now.
Okay,
and saying, they're going to bring you in. They're going to bring you in. The only ones that object to me being brought into Disney to set it right, to help set it right, would be the attorneys that are afraid of going in prison for all the fraud and criminal activity they did during the case.
Okay, yeah.
So then they said they're afraid to go into prison. So they're the ones that object to me having a viable life for my son.
Okay.
So it's not interesting. It's the attorneys, criminal attorneys. And when I say criminal attorneys, I mean attorneys that are criminals. That is where we are right now in our legal system.
Oh, yeah.
The real thugs and mafia are the attorneys, mixed in with a psych field, the psych field, and hospitals. We are in dark times where we're using Stalinistic tactics and Hitler's tactics. Hitler was an angel compared to the CIA and the FBI.
Oh yeah, no, I've been a part of the psych field. I told you a little bit of my story, but like, you wake up, you get all these revelations, and it's overwhelming, and you just kind of lose your grip. And their solution is to medicate you so much that you just become a zombie. And they treat you like they constantly put in your mind that if you come off these meds, you're going to lose control again, and it's going to be bad, and you're going to ruin your life. And all these people are walking around zombied on meds who probably know more of the truth than most people.
Well, see, you just hit something so important, Joe. What I'm going to be doing is, when I get the name credit back, which I will, I've been holding out for that, I have a plan to delegate and work with others to do rescues in psych hospitals of these people that have been politically put there.
Okay.
We're going to find out, bring in our own doctors and find out what really their situation is, interview them. We're going to get the permission to do this, and then find out who's been put away unjustly and medicated, get them off the meds and get them free, and push charges on these organizations that profit off taking advantage of people.
That's great. Yeah.
Well, I've been hospitalized 6 times. Yeah.
No, I mean, I've heard stories about, people going to African tribes and stuff and talking to, they'll be labeled bipolar or schizophrenic here, and they go over there and they work with them, and they end up being very energy efficient, like energy stealing people. And they You know, they just need the right guidance to push through to get to that level where they can operate in society again. You know,
Exactly. I mean, their go-to thing, like, look what they did with me. They say Tom Althouse mumbles all the time, is incoherent, makes no sense, shows no evidence at any time, and well, I'm doing this all the time, you know, and that's what saved my life the one time here. And then they say that he's crazy, he's dangerous, he's carrying a gun around, waving a gun around. How many interviews have I done? I've done hundreds of interviews. Have I ever said anything? In fact, the sister that's bought with a congressman, Brian Fitzpatrick, who is a lifelong FBI operative and Pennsylvania congressman, who's given her all these rewards. Come meet this person. Come see this person. Here's a dinner for you. Come see this person. Black tie dinners with congressional dinners. You know, come see this person. And that's all she does. She goes around meeting people, and that's her. And she gets all these big rewards: trips to Caribbean, trips to London, all this stuff. Unlicensed elementary school counselor, and she's drunk on it.
Mhm.
And she's the one that's raging all the time. She said she'll never stop. She's going to keep going until I'm put away. And says that Tom's waving a gun around. You know, Jimmy, the mania is there. That's where the mania is. But that's what they do. They employ family members to take out, you know, and do I seem coherent? Am I speaking clear? Do I hold the copyright to this?
Yeah,
Right
exactly.
there? Did they copyright my title, The Immortals, not Matrix? They copyright my title, The Immortals.
Right.
One who winded on to Wachowski. So why am I being hauled off?
Yeah,
They're saying that's why I should be put away for life. He
right.
thinks the screenplay that I'm holding up.
Yeah.
Heaven
Yeah.
help us all. You know, if that's what they're doing, heaven help us all.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I
pretty
am
much-
coherent. I think I'm, you know, I care about people. And in fact, when I got tested and stuff, they said like tremendous empathy, gifted genius, you know, rose-colored glasses where I like to think everybody's nice and everybody has potential. Where is that a bad person? I drink tea. My sister drinks alcohol.
Right.
I talk about peacemaking. She says she's not a peacemaker.
Right.
You know, it's like lying her butt off. It's like, look at the conditions they do. So they take the shaft, raise them up to the top, and reinvert it. And that's what people need to realize. The Hollywood system is giving you drunks as your heroes.
Yeah.
And let me just say a name. I want to give you a name. Ready for this?
Sure.
Matthew McConaughey. I hope I got his name right. Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Yeah, McConaughey was involved in the Texas shooting cover-up.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. Where'd they discover Matthew? In a bar. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd they discover me? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
No.
at grad school, they discover him in a bar.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost similar to the Gestapo that, you know, you take the downtrodden, beaten down people and give them the power, and you know.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Did I tell you what they put in Man in the High Castle?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. You got to see these graphics when you get the chance. So remember March 11th, my fiance's birthday?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's also a Man in the High Castle. So in Man in the High Castle, that tape that Smith has that Juliana burns,
Okay.
March 11th's on it.
Wow.
In German.
Oh no.
In German, you reverse the day and the month. Very clever, guys. So it's 3/11 on it, which in Germany, which it's German players doing this, they made the tape, that's March 11th. I'm sorry,
Okay.
11/3. It's 11/3 on the
Yeah. Yeah.
March 11th, right? So they also have my mom's birthday.
Oh wow.
All the rap sheet. There's a rap sheet that they have, right, on the characters, just like the rap sheet in Matrix, where they have my high school birthday. Well, they did Man in High Castle because Man in High Castle is this also. Now, Philip K. Dick wrote that, but they added my stuff into it. They kept mixing me with Philip K. Dick. And so that's how they're ripping stuff off after Philip K. Dick died.
Okay.
So they didn't want his work altered.
Yeah.
So if you look at it's incredible, Joe. And so in it, you have my mom's birthday, May 22nd, is listed as May 23rd. Now, how would that match? Get this. They want to be clever. So the character who's friends with the finance minister, right? The woman,
Okay.
the affair he's having or dating. So my mom's birthday's there as May 23rd. Why? Because in May 22nd, when my mom was born, right? In Okinawa, it was May 23rd. When the morning of May 22nd, it was May 23rd in Okinawa. The characters from Okinawa, May 23rd, my mom's birthday.
I got you. Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Then they have my sons that were killed October 14th on the rap sheet, December 7th on the rap sheet. So my mom's birthday, who was targeted, my birthday, who was targeted, Otika Ball's birthday, my fiance at the time, and Sean and Kirk's birthday
Wow.
on 4 characters. Then you have Passport for the German assassin guy. Passport where the hand's covering the date at the bottom. The last second it moves over, July 2nd.
Wow.
Incredible. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you. And then what's on the clock? July 2nd, 59 is on the clock.
Oh.
So in Man in the High Castle and Matrix. So they're all setting the stage for me being revealed.
Okay. Yeah.
Going on. Right. Because I was going to be on the inside.
Yeah.
So what's going is the push and shove method going on where I'm supposed to flip to the dark side. It's a Star Wars movie.
Right.
I'm supposed to go to the dark side. I'm Anakin, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to go to the dark side. And it's like, we have it all put out here. And they even say this. They'll say, everyone in the studios knows that you wrote the Matrix story. We all know it. The public doesn't. They'll never get it. They think you lost your case. And it's like, and that's why they pass around like idiosyncrasy where they say it's got electrolytes. They just say it all the time. It's got electrolytes. He lost his case. They don't even look at what the circumstances were. And so the other side is using that. Disney and the others, their contacts are saying, we know you wrote it. Come home. Always time to come home. Come home. You'll be one of the richest people in Hollywood as a script doctor. Can't get credit for your work, but you'll be paid well and your son will be safe.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen to that.
Yep. Come to the dark side. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, I think I'll look good in a stormtrooper outfit or one of those commander outfits.
Yeah. I don't. I wouldn't see you with James Earl Jones's voice, but
Yeah, I don't want the asthma. I mean, I could do the voice, but I don't want the asthma. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Wow. Isn't that something? So it's been gangbusters lately. It has been absolutely wild what's going on. And the main accusation now, Joe, thrown my way by trolleys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of considered. Why is he still alive? I'm like, what? Excuse me? What? What's the accusation? Why is he still alive? I'm like, okay, so I'm accused of being alive? Think you're poison, guys. First you're saying I'm going to be suicidal. Now why am I still alive? Someone's not happy on the other side.
Yeah.
Sorry, I like being alive, and I plan on doing it, regardless of what my sister's paid to say. I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. I like having time with people and my son. I like life. I love life. That's why I wrote in the first place, as a service to people. But I am keeping the plan to give my copyright to every man, woman, child when this is done, except the baddies. I'm going to give my copyright over. They can do whatever they want with the work. That's my plan with this work right here. Every man, woman, child is going to own this thing. That's going to upset the system, see? Yeah. But I'm going to retain the copyright so I can allow it to happen. See? Okay. That upsets the studios. They don't want that. Stop caring about other people and come home. Right. Enjoy the benefits. You're one of the elite, the 1%. They even say that. They use the word elite. That's something. And yes, they do have a plan to reduce population. No wonder people are feeling crazy out there.